Alright, welcome back to the Roblox course, and in this lecture we're going to take a look at the material for the part. Now, last lecture we've seen the surface, and now we're going to look at the material. Now, as you can see, there are a bunch of materials that we can choose from, and the most important thing is they can actually be combined with the color, to create like interesting combinations, let's say. So, for example, we can make the material a metal. So this material right now is metal, right? Very important. The surface, if we open that, is still the same, right? And if we are going to play this, because we've changed the surface and the position of this part is going to change, we can't actually see that. So the more we can see, the other stuff, so the studs are not actually visible, or the inlets. That's just a side note right there. But yeah, so we can change the material. So for example, force field is something that we can do. So this is like a very lightly, so it's a little bit visible, but not quite, right? It's almost completely transparent. By the way, has nothing to do with the transparency property, also very important. This is really the material. And yeah, something else, wood, for example. So we immediately have a texture. Now, this wood in this case, I believe, is just gray because the color is gray. Yeah, so we would actually have to change the color as well. So we could do that, for example, if we say, something like that, maybe, yeah, that almost is sort of mahogany or something like that. Yeah, and then, some other things, fabric, there's cobblestone. So that's quite nice, maybe for making a road. Brick, that's pretty cool, right? That's you can use that for building a house, for example, and then if we make that red, now it looks really nice, right? This is a nice brick. This is a nice brick if I've ever seen one. And let's see, for example, in game, there you go. So that's a really nice brick texture there. So that's basically a material that comes with the game immediately. Yeah, and once again, those are customizable in a similar way to the surface. We have part.material, and then we can use the enum.material. Whatever we want it to be, and just choose one. So for example, maybe we want it to be sand. So we can do this and play, and then we're going to see it's going to be red sand now. So this is sand, and it's going to be red in this case because the color was red, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so we can change the material within the script as well. Right, yeah, and that was it for the material. Once again, it was just a short look at it. Once again, I would advise to play around with it a little bit, and then we're going to see what we can do with different materials going forward and in future lectures. And I hope that that was informative for you. And if there are any questions, of course, always feel free to ask, and I'll be sure to respond. And yeah.